Okay, hi team. I just want to send out a quick message and try this out, my new meeting in a video, and I'm not very photogenic, so this is just going to be what it is. This is part of my new coaching that I need to be creating some sort of training material for you guys each week and getting you excited about real estate, keeping you in touch with whatever we're working on or what challenges we're having in the office, any successes that we're having in the office. So I'm going to try to share things with you more frequently, and hopefully you won't get tired of looking at my face. I did clean off the back desk, so look at that. I just moved it. Okay, so today I just wanted to do a quick update on some information that came to light this week during one of Melissa's transactions. She had a buyer who had another loan type and then changed their loan type to USDA. And in doing so, we've run into a snag that came about 1st of January with USDA buyers. So according to Barry at First United, I'm not sure exactly what loan lender company he is actually with, but I'm going to share with you. Hopefully you can see. Here is the USDA guideline right here, and it does say the payment of other fees, charges, and commissions, such as finder's fees or placement fees, for referral of a prospective applicant to the lender or administrative fees charged to the buyer by the realtor is prohibited. So that's our broker admin fee, and that is our extra 0.5%. So the lender is not allowing that on the buyer side of the transaction, which means that we have to cover that another way. So the way I want you to do that and the way I want you to handle that is it's not a problem, first of all, and don't let the lenders scare you off on how to handle it, but it has to be handled up front because you don't want to have this conversation at closing, and it could delay the closing by 3 days if you try to argue it, and then you just look greedy and people get mad at you. So in advance of this happening on VA buyers and on USDA buyers, make sure that we are accommodating for this ahead of time. So your lender might not even be aware of it. I certainly didn't even know it until this week because it's never been like that in the past. But if that happens to you, or when that happens to you, this is the way I want you to do it. After you've negotiated the contract and everybody is happy with the amount of closing costs the seller is going to pay, and we know that our fees are included in that and the buyer is aware of it, then I want you to write an amendment that says this: seller paid closing costs reduced by whatever that amount is, and that same amount of not allowed buyer costs moved to the seller side of the closing disclosure. So all you're really doing is, for instance, on this particular case, there was $1,368. $495 of that was the broker admin fee, and the balance, $800 and whatever dollars, was the extra 0.5%. So that isn't being allowed on the buyer side. So the lender is going to try to convince you that you just have to waive it, which is not true. You can reduce the seller paid closing costs by your $1,368.75, and then take that charge and move it to the seller side of the transaction. So to the seller, it's a wash. His closing costs went up by $1,368.75, but his closing costs that he's giving to the buyer went down by $1,368.75. So for him, it's a wash. So long as you can explain that to the agent for the seller, and they don't freak out and make a big issue out of it when it's not one, then you should be able to easily do this. Let me know if you have any questions about it. Another thing that I wanted to talk about today real quick is the back office calendar. Of course, all of you have a different color, so I'm coming back in here looking and expecting to see lots of appointments with each of your color, identifying what appointments you have for the upcoming weeks. And I know it is difficult, especially some of you use color coding on your own calendars, and so this one does not code to the same color that you have, and maybe that's something that we can request that Commissions Inc. update in the future. But I do want to see your appointments up here, even if you go into your calendar later and delete them. This is a way that I can share with my coach what kind of appointments we're getting, what kind of conversion we're getting out of our back office. So please keep this updated. And that is all I have for right now. I do have, actually, I'm going to go ahead and just go over it because I have you captive right now. This is supposed to be my Monday mastermind. So this first one is just my test run, and I just wanted to put some quick information out here for you and share it, and so we can kind of go through it right now. The first one is there is an upcoming Craig Proctor Platinum Regional Boot Camp in Fort Lauderdale. It's coming up on March 12th through the 13th. If you want to go, it's free for you to attend. As a member of Wingman Realty, since I pay for the Platinum program, any of my office is free to attend. You just have to pay for your own stay, and it would be in Plantation, Florida. Now, I have really no clue where that is, but I'm assuming it's very close to Fort Lauderdale. So maybe it's a good little spring break thing. It's just a weekend. So if you wanted to go, it'd be a quick weekend trip. Productivity coaching, if you haven't already signed up, remember to send your schedule request to me as soon as possible. This is a self-driven exercise. If you're not motivated to make the appointment on your own, then you're most likely not going to show up on your time nor do the work. Those who are determined to do it will benefit. So far, I've had 2 agents out of the whole office who have had their coaching meetings. Mailer. This came from my productivity coach, and I'm not sure if you can see it. If you want me to send it to you in an email format, I can. But basically, see if I can blow it up for you. So this is an email that he sent out to his entire client database, friends and clients. And he writes just a little bit of information about the federal decision rate to raise interest rates. Don't worry, you won't see the cost of mortgages increase too much. It's a 0.25% rate hike. However, Kansas City economy improves. Interest rate will continue to rise, making it more expensive to buy a home. If you're thinking of selling your home, this affects you now. Your home will sell for its maximum price in 2016. The upcoming spring selling season is going to be hot. Not many homes for sale in Johnson County right now. Inventory is very tight. Home buyers will also make motivated offers to get ahead of inevitable future interest rate hikes. All this generates more demand for your home now. As you know, home prices in many Johnson County neighborhoods went up considerably in 2015, and there's a strong chance your home is one of them. I recommend you check the current market value of your home. I pay to get access to all the local MLS data, and you can get it for free on my website. I do have a click here now that will take them to this. And then as they come into this, then we'll just direct them to whoever's referred them here. We know that if they get it, then they came in from either one of our lead databases or are a friend or family. So we'll work those out as they come in. And if we get a strong response to that, we can start creating you each individual squeeze pages to direct them to. There is an OSA workshop coming up. That OSA workshop, you can go into your Craig Proctor, the back office, and reserve your spot. That is February 1st through the 3rd. Well, that is like this coming weekend. I don't know when the next one is, but as soon as I find it out, I will share that information with you. Okay, guys, so let's go out there and sell some houses, and I'll talk to you soon. All right.